In camp near Pella. Toward the end of December, everyone went over to the Jordan, close to Pella, and continued teaching and baptizing both Jews and Gentiles. One afternoon, while Jesus was talking to the masses, some special friends of John the Baptist interrupted Jesus to say, "John the Baptist has sent us to ask, are you truly the deliverer, or shall we look for another?" This was the last message Jesus ever got from John. And since it had been a year and a half with almost no word about Jesus, it wasn't odd for John to wonder about the status of the kingdom. To answer John's friends, Jesus paused his teachings to the masses and told them, "Go back and tell John that he is not forgotten. Tell him what you have seen and heard, that the poor have good tidings preached to them." And after saying a few more things to John's friends, Jesus turned back to the masses of people, and he said, "Don't think that John doubts the gospel of the kingdom. He's only asking this question to assure his disciples, who are also my disciples. John is no weakling. Let me ask you guys who heard John preach before Herod put him in prison. What did you see in John? A reed shaking in the wind? A man who changes his moods and wears fancy clothes? As a rule, the people who wear fancy clothes and have easy lives are found in king's courts and rich people's mansions. But what did you see when you looked at John? A prophet? Yes, I say to you, and much more than a prophet. Of John it was written, 'Behold, I send my messenger before your face. He shall prepare the way before you.' It's true when I tell you that there has never been born a man greater than John the Baptist. But that said, a person born of the Spirit, no matter how small he may be in the kingdom of heaven, is greater than John because he knows he's become a son of God." Many of the people who heard Jesus that day went and got baptized. This event was the point where John's apostles fully accepted Jesus, and the two groups finally bonded more or less as one. After John's friends had talked everything over with Abner, they headed back to Machaerus to tell John what Jesus had said. This eased his mind and strengthened his faith. Later in the afternoon, while he was still teaching the people, Jesus said, "But to what should I compare this generation? Many of you won't believe John's message or my teaching. You're like kids playing in the marketplace telling their buddies, 'We piped for you and you didn't dance. We wailed and you did not mourn.' And it's the same with you. John didn't come eating and drinking, and yet they said he had a devil. The Son of Man comes eating and drinking, and the same people say, 'Look at the greedy pig and wino, a friend of sinners and tax collectors.' It's true, wisdom is justified by her children. It seems that the Father in heaven has hidden some of these truths from the wise and haughty, while he's shown them to babes. But the Father does all things well. The Father reveals himself to the universe in his own way. Come, therefore, all of you who work and carry heavy loads, and you'll find rest for your souls. Take up the divine yoke, and you'll experience the peace of God, which passes all other types of understanding.